James defended by Thompson, one of the best defenders in the NBA. LeBron James. Contact, and he lays it in. Eason goes down on the play.
Hachimura closes and contests on the wrong shoulder.
LeBron James playing in his 298th career playoff game, and he just sets up Hachimura perfectly for the deuce.
Great ball movement, though. Excellent pass by Şengün, and an excellent pass by Thompson.
The entry, and James does the rest. It was a very tough angle. He was looking for a foul. Thompson had it knocked away. Ayton, the feed up the floor to James. Bullet feed. Hachimura puts it down.
Wow.
The ball was hopping.
And finishes. And then Amin Thompson's playmaking here.
To the spin cycle, comes up short.
And went a little faster that time, which I don't think is best for him.
Kennard, book it, a three.
Well, he had been struggling over the last couple of games.
15. James driving in on Finney-Smith, former teammate. Fades and connects. James ahead. LaRavia will drive it and score. And he said it's been really cool to see this version of the Lakers develop the way that they have. They're doing it right now without Doncic. LeBron James snaps in a three.
That is a short turnaround, and then Smith goes underneath.
And it's rebounded by James.
Well, Şengün got deep, and I think he got fouled on that first shot.
LeBron, spin, LeBron, bucket!
Too many defensive breakdowns in Game 5.
Thompson tried to put some English on it. LeBron clears it. James, like a locomotive.
The player now, so if that shot clock gets down, they're in trouble.
Spray it out, Hachimura, got a three.
This guy's consistency as a shooter.
James leaves it for Reeves. We are under a minute to go. First half, James, he sticks it. LeBron James, he is timeless. And the offense has been there as well for LeBron James and Los Angeles. They lead it by 8. And the first possession of the second half belongs to LeBron James, picking up where he left off.
I mean,
James, give it up. Ayton lays it in. No answers right now for Houston. Ayton, chance at a three-point play.
look at LeBron James here, though, and then late on the rotations for Houston.
James one-on-one with Eason. No help. Turns and gets it to go. Switch. Back out. Reeves. Ball is moving. James, attack mode. James has got 28 points. Cross court. Smart. Yes, sir.
Been a rough night for Jabari Smith, who had 16 points in every game of this series coming into tonight.
Lob it up. Hayes throws it down.
And we have the one and only LeBron James joining us. Welcome in. Congratulations on this series win. You know, we have seen you lead teams through the playoffs for years. This time you did it without Luka, missing Austin Reeves for stretches. At this stage of your career, how do you recognize what a series is asking from you and then adjust and excel at it in real time?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the mission has stayed the same no matter what my role has been throughout my career, and that's to go out there and try to dominate, try to make plays, try to, incite my teammates, make them feel, like we can, do the inevitable. So, obviously, we was going up against the odds to start this series, with Luka and AR being out. But, we just came in with a great game plan throughout 6 games. We obviously allowed them to get back into it in Game 4 and Game 5. But, 1 second, man, I love you, boy. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, hit me. Yes, sir, you already know. And, just try to stay together, even throughout the adversity and, let these guys know, stay even kill. Obviously, I have the most experience on the team and had the most playoff experience on the team, so I know how a series can go. So I just try to, bleed that into them, bleed the confidence into them to go out and play.
Congrats, LeBron. Great game. Looking forward to round 2. What do you think of this matchup will look like?
What's going on, Dirk? Obviously, we're playing against the defending champion, so like my early my early scout. Obviously, we'll get into it, in a couple of days. But obviously, it's a defending champs. One thing you have to do, you have to protect the ball versus those guys. They play physical, handsy defense. And if you allow them to get a lot of pick sixes, it just ignites their home court, it ignites their team. And obviously, we know the head of the snake. A possible, back-to-back MVP for Shea. So. We will scout them, but they're a really full equipped team. It's not just Shea. Obviously, we know he's the head honcho, but it trickles out to everybody in that starting lineup and to the bench. So, we have a full plate once again, but we're ready for the challenge.
LeBron, obviously, the fans see the games, but what they don't see is a series also happens with details, adjustments, film sessions. Talk a little bit about your game plans, JJ, and all those details. You guys seem to win time and time again against the Rockets.
Yeah, we just, obviously we know a series is going to change, as far as, what you want to do out on the floor. You kind of get a feel for game one, game two, how they're making the adjustments, how we make the adjustments. Obviously, they made adjustments in game 4 and game 5. And then we had to come in game 6 and make another adjustment, which we did. And I thought we were pretty locked in on the game plan. We did have some game plan discipline mistakes. We had some KYP mistakes. That's know your personnel for a lot of guys out there that don't know that, for our fans watching, but we made up for it with a lot of hustle. We came into the series saying we have to protect the ball versus Houston, and we have to defensive rebound. And I think as the series went on, we did a great job of that.
LeBron, congrats on the win, man. Talk to me about the supporting cast. You obviously were leading the charge and got you guys the win. But talk to me about Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, Austin Reeves coming back, those guys, how they got it done, and maybe more importantly, how many rounds of golf you're getting in before the next game.
Man, I was talking about it on the bench for a couple minutes, Blake. I was like, so I said, so the other series went to game 7. So does that mean we don't play until next week? And they was like, yeah, we don't play until Tuesday. I said, I'm gonna take a complete day off tomorrow, and I'm definitely getting out and playing a couple rounds on Sunday for sure. But back to your first part of your question, I thought every game. With our team, the way it's constructed, it may be a different guy, every game. I thought Luke Kennard, the way he played early in the series, obviously Marcus, was steady throughout the series, but guys just came in. Even in the loss last game, I think, DA was excellent. He had 10 offensive rebounds. Yeah. He was a monster on the glass and a monster in the paint. And then everybody kind of just played their role. And then Rui tonight was sensational. Hitting big time threes every time they kind of made a run. Rui hit big time shots. So it's going to be a full committee. It's not going to be just one guy. As far as the role players, everybody going to have their moment, and that's what the team is made of.
Bron, hell of a game tonight, bro.
What's up, my guy? I was waiting on that voice.
Man, you already know. Hey, listen, you know how this go. Your stars get you 2, your coach gets you 1, your role players get you 1. Your mindset coming in tonight. Well, I knew you was going to go down in the post and go to work, but what was your mindset coming in there tonight?
Aggression. They changed the aggression level on us, like I said, in game 4 and game 5. But a lot of our guys, quite frankly, have not been in this position, have not been in a closeout situation. So, and then especially on the road. So, it's important for me to go out and kind of set the tone. And I did that from the beginning. I felt like everybody just kind of, took my lead. And I told you it didn't matter if I was making shots or missing shots in the paint. It was just the constant pressure on the rim. And then we started to see the ball going from the outside too, UD. So, I just thought, just my mindset, figuring out a way how we can, close this thing out. We know the hardest game is the closeout game. So, I was glad guys stepped up and we was able to make it happen.
All right, LeBron, last one before you go. We all keep saying it's you versus Father Time. What's the score?
I'm kicking his ass.
Yes.
Facts. He could go to somebody else at this point. He already lost to me. It's over with.
Great stuff. Thanks for your time, LeBron.
Thanks, LeBron.
I appreciate it. Love you guys. Appreciate it.
Keep going.